Okay, folks, I am back. Sorry for the delay for those of you watching this live. Unfortunately, The Darkest Dungeon may be a great game, but it's not quite great at getting matching with a resolution for streaming. So, I know that this is cut off. I'm going to try to make do as best as I can with this. I'm just checking the stream now, see how it is. Okay, I think we are set. So, for those of you listening, thank you for tuning into another episode of Game Wisdom Examined. I am Josh Peiser, and I will be playing The Darkest Dungeon tonight. This is a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, ever since the first Kickstarter popped up for it. The game recently went into early access as of recording this episode the previous week. And please keep in mind, for those of you watching this is early access, so what you be watching here may not be reliable to what's the current version. And for those of you watching this live, then you know that we're definitely having some issues with the resolution, I'm afraid. So, let's get going. The Darkest Dungeon is a party-based roguelike where you'll be leading foolish teams of adventurers into the darkest dungeon, or a estate that's been taken over by an ancient evil. The game reminds me a lot of XCOM in how each individual character basically has their little story to tell, but it's really more about belonging, about what's happening with you. So, what we're going to do now is, this is basically the quote-unquote tutorial. Your team has arrived just outside the hamlet where the game takes place in, and now we have to take the rest by foot. So, to get things going, this is the torch meter. This is very important for when we're in the dungeon, as the darker it gets, the more dangerous the game's going to become, but we're going to get more rewards, and we'll see that once we get past this opening area. These are our two characters. As of this version of the game, you're always going to start with the same two guys. So we have our Crusader here and our Highwayman. You can switch between them. Each class basically has a different set of skills, which you can see here. Those yellow dots and red dots represent where that character has to be in the party on the yellow, and red shows what enemies they'll be able to target. Now, if you look down here where the map is, this shows basically what the dungeon is. And as you can see, this is the tutorial, so we only have a one-room dungeon. I don't know if you'll be able to see what food is popping up, but this shows our food, which will be more important once we get going into the game. And before we get going, one last thing. These are the character traits down here. Each character comes complete with random character traits. So you can see this guy, good, he's fast, and he's resistant to stun, but he is not allowed to gamble while he's in town, the importance of that will come up later. This guy, when the light is above 75, as you can see it's over 100, he gets 10% more damage. But he is prone to stealing items, and he will only pray in town to relieve stress. Stress is an important part of the game, and it plays into the fact that these guys can go insane if their stress gets too high. You can see down here, the red heart here is their health, and this is their stress. You want to keep stress as low as possible. So, let's get going.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
Okay, so you can move characters back and forth like this, but you generally want to keep them going forward, because when they're walking backwards, they can get more stress. So let's go forward here. And this is our first fight. Now, we were just surprised, meaning that it can sometimes alter our party dynamic. Now, the rules for combat is that the enemies will line up from left to right like this, while we line up right to left. Now the character speed that you can see down here, hopefully, basically shows how quick they'll be able to their turn will come up during a round of combat. So he has come up first, and as you can see, these are our options. We can attack, and this has a base chance of 85% for it to land, but the damage mod of -15 means that it's going to have, we're going to basically hit at 85% of what our current damage is, which down here is 5 to 11. Now I can also use this gun, or the Grape Shot Blast. You can see that the red dots are connected with that line, which means that if I use this attack, it's going to hit the guy in the first, second, and third row of the enemy formation. But it does far less damage, but has... oh wait, that is a negative, so we'll have less chance at critical. And lastly, he can take aim, which gives him more accuracy and a higher critical chance. Now, the basic rule of the Darkest Dungeon, just like in a traditional RPG, is that it's more important to kill enemies than it is to leave them wounded. So we generally just want to alpha strike or take one guy down as quick as possible. So I'm going to attack with Open Vein. You can see underneath the Brigand Cutthroat stats, I have an 83% chance to hit, 5% chance to critical hit, and I will do between 4 and 9 points of damage. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I got some decent damage, and now the guy is bleeding, so he will take 2 points of damage per round. So this is our Crusader. He's sort of like the tank of the game for right now, and he's also really good against undead or unholy enemies. So you can see his attacks down here. Now if you notice, his smite attack does not have a damage modifier, so he's going to do 100% of his damage normally, or 115% damage if I'm fighting an unholy enemy here. This is his range attack, which lets him attack the first and second row. This is a stun, which if it goes off means the enemy can't attack, which is really nice when you're dealing with an enemy group. And the Bulwark of Faith, as you can see, it will raise the torch level by 5 and give him 20% more protection. Protection allows him to mitigate more damage, and it is great when he's in the front row. But since this is just a one-man fight, we're going to try to take this guy out. And he is dead.
Give them no quarter.
There we go. We got some gold here, which will be very important once we get into town. Now, one thing that's interesting is that things will pop up like this little interactive object. There's various ones in the game based on the environment, and they can have good and bad things that can happen. So, since this is the tutorial, we're going to check it out. Now, right here, this is very important. This gives me the option of using an item on this event. Now, using an item will, if it's the right item, will mitigate the negative effect of the event. If it's a wrong item, it won't do anything. So let's use this. Okay, we got some more goodies.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Okay, let's get going. I agree with the highwayman there. And let's go. Okay. Now another thing, if you look up there, it says dim light, so I have plus to stress. Now if it gets any lower, that stress is going to go higher up, but you're going to see stuff that will say like more crit chance and more treasure. Now as I was talking, the Brigand Fusier here, he tried to attack with a area effect, but it missed, which is really nice. So now I have my options. This big guy is actually taking up 2 spots. He's in the first and second row, while the gunner here is in the third. Now this is important because excuse me. Sorry about that. This is important because positioning of the skills is a major factor. As you can see, this knife will only hit the first and second row. So if I try to use this, it's only going to be able to hit this guy while he's going to be free to attack. Now I need to decide, I can attack them both at the same time, or I can use his pistol and try to take him out. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because this guy has a lot of health, and I'd rather take out him, so he's not going to be busy shooting at me. So I'm going to fire. Nice. I'm glad that was recorded, because that meant that I do get some good luck here. So by getting that critical hit, the white halo that appeared over both the Crusader and the Highwayman's head meant that I got a stress reduction. As you can see, my stress level is down to 5 and 5. Now that it's 2-on-1, this fight is a hell of a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is stun him, or attempt to. Okay, he is stunned. So that gives me basically free damage on him. Now he's bleeding. The stun wears off after 1 turn. So now there's just 2 against 1. This fight has gone very easy. So let's just finish him off quick. Okay, that time he did not get stunned, because there is always a chance that they will resist it. So that means he's going to get a hit off me now. But let's see if we can take him out before that happens.
A victory.
There we go. He is dead.
Turning point.
Let's get some goodies. Oh, that's interesting. We got our first trinket. Trinkets are basically items in the game that you can equip. Some are locked to specific classes, while others are free. So as you can see, this gives a greater chance for stun and blight skills, but it's going to make this guy less resistant to those skills. Got food and gold. Okay, this is the reward screen. After every completed quest, characters will get experience. So let's see. So this Highwayman just got a new trait. He is now tough, which gives him 10% more health. Our Highwayman didn't get anything, even though he did level up. Now this is a very interesting point about the game. It sort of goes back to the XCOM relation. Getting to the first level is very easy. You basically complete 1 quest and that's it. But as you can see, it's going to take at least 5, well, normally 5 more quests. Let's see, 2, 3, 6, 7. Now it'll take 4 more for this to go through. So, and that's going to get progressively more expensive with each level up, which means that it's going to be easier to get your scrubs to at least level 1, but it's going to be a lot harder to get them to level 2, level 3, level 4, and so on. Okay, let's get back to town.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted
Okay,
lands.
this is
They're
our
yours
town
now.
screen, the
You are
Twitch
bound
Run
to.
Estate. And the town itself is basically your operations. Each one of these buildings provides a different form or a different function that will help you out. These are our 2 current heroes up here. We can take a closer look at them. Again, I apologize about the screen. Hopefully with a later build, this won't be a problem. But let's take a look at the screen a little bit more now. So we already talked about the quirks or traits up here. These are the stats for the character. As you can see, the Highwayman has more dodge and higher speed, but the Crusader does more damage. Equipment down here are the weapons and the armor. Now, these do not change. You're not going to find new swords or armor during a dungeon run, but you can upgrade them through the blacksmith, and that's the primary form of improving your character's abilities. Now, up here are the combat skills and the camping skills. Camping is what you can use on longer dungeons and allows you to heal your character up during these one-time events. But we're going to focus on combat skills because that's more important. As you can see, you have a total of 7 possible skills, but you can only equip 4 onto a character at one time. Up here where it shows preferred position, this gives you the idea of where this character fits best, And preferred target is what ranges that character will basically be best at. Now, as you can see, we'll switch to the Highwayman, and you can see his preferred targets are all over the place, thanks to his Grape Shot Blast and Pistol Shot. Now down here are resistances, of course, and let's get back to the main screen. Now down here, I know the screen is somewhat stretched, but you should be able to see the currencies of busts, portraits, deeds, and crests. These items are very, very important because they're used to upgrade these buildings, and the building upgrades will carry over as long as you keep playing this file. So this is the primary way of progressing through the Darkest Dungeon. Now right now there's only 2 buildings open, the Graveyard, which will be filled up a lot, and the Caravan or Stagecoach. Stagecoach is where you're going to get... Sorry about that. Stagecoach is where new heroes will return or be able to be recruited every week of play. A week advances after you complete it or fail a quest. Now, because this is the first quest, these characters are always going to be here, so let's take them here. Now, over here, you should be able to see where it says Stagecoach Network and the Hero Barracks. The Stagecoach Network, this will affect how many heroes will show up at the start of each week. And this is very big for the early game, because the more heroes that show up will allow you to field more and more parties and not have to worry about having a 2-man or, God forbid, a 1-man party into the Darkest Dungeon. So I'm going to use my remaining deeds. I want to get this up to 4. So now, every week that goes by, I'll be given 4 heroes, so no matter what, I'll have a fresh party to take with me. Now, let's look at these 2 heroes. This is the Plague Doctor. He is the sort of support guy. As you can see, he stays in the 3rd or 4th position, but his skills can hit multiple guys. Now, what's interesting is that even though these 4 characters are preset, at least for this opening act, their skills are different. So as you can see, he actually has a melee attack. We got a poison grenade, healing, and shuffle single means that this will send the character back. This is a good way to move up long-range characters so that they're not using their best skills. Now you can see here he has 10% blight resist less, and he gets more stress from fighting unholy enemies, which is not good because we're going to be fighting them next. Now the Vestal is sort of like the battle cleric. She can heal and she can also use holy skills. Now if you look up here, her position, she can fit anywhere because of the skills that she was given. So this is her holy spell attack. As you can see, the target will do less damage and be less accurate as a possible debuff. Divine Grace is healing. Dazzling Light is a stun and melee, but she also is slower. But she costs less to upgrade her armor, which is nice if she survives that long. Now this is actually not a really good skill build for her, because as you can see, wherever I put her, some of her skills aren't going to work. If I put her in the back, she'll be able to stun and heal, but won't really be able to do damage. If I put her in the front, she'll be able to do damage, but she won't be able to really provide healing. Which kind of sucks, really. But let's see how this goes. Okay, we're going to go down here. Now this is the estate map screen. This is where you're going to plan all the quests out for the game. As you can see, there's 5 current areas. For this current version of the game, you can only access 3. These 2 will unlock as I play through. Now all the dungeons are procedurally generated based on essentially where they are and what type of quests. Now this quest requires me to complete 100% of room battles, and these are the rewards down here. Now if you look up here, this shows the rewards, or the greater chance of finding items. Now as you can see, deeds down here aren't really found in the ruins. They're found more in the Weld. Now this is going to cause me some trouble, because in order to improve weapons and armor, I need deeds. But I already used them, so I'm going to have to go here once it's been unlocked. Now, as you can see here, this shows the progress of the boss. Every time I complete a quest, this meter fills up. And once it gets to the max, I'll be able to take on the boss. I don't think we're going to get that far, though, in this run. So, let's get this party together. I'm going to put the Crusader in option 1. I guess. Don't know where I'm going to put him, actually. Dazzling Light, healing. You know, because our Plague Doctor can attack, he's going to be in position 3. And there we go. So I'm basically going to use my Vestal as backup healer and stunner, while these 3 guys are going to do the damage. Now the last thing you do before you go into the dungeon is buy provisions. These are items that you can only use for this current quest. We have food, a shovel to clear objects, anti-venom, bandages, herbs, skeleton key, holy water, and a torch. First thing you want to do is get food and torch, because food will allow you to heal guys up emergency, and at random intervals during the dungeon, everyone will have to stop and eat. And if you don't have food, they will take starvation damage. And torches will be used to increase the light level, which will keep it easier for our guys. Now, the rest of the items are essentially emergencies. I like to take 2 shovels with me, because they'll be used to clear wreckage, which if I don't, will cause massive stress damage. And I generally like to take a skeleton key just for the hell of it. Now, the rest of these items, as I said, can be used for emergencies, and they can also be used to interact with potential events. But it's kind of hard to predict what they are, and gold is a little bit low at the moment, so I don't want to take them. But let's get going. Alright, here we are.
Must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Now, as you can see in the map down here, this is a lot bigger than that tutorial section. Now, the quest says that I have to complete 100% of the room battles. So that means, obviously, these are the rooms. But there can be battles in between. So the first thing I need to decide is which way do I go, left or right? I'm going to go left, because I'd rather not have to cross all the way back here in case this is a battle. Alright, here we go. And here's our first event. This is a alchemy table. I could use this, or I could leave it alone. Now, it could do something really good, or it could do something really, really bad. Now, I can click on which one of my heroes I want to actually use it, but it's generally not good to use these random items. So we're just going to walk right past it. If you look down here on the map, it shows my progress. Okay. Oops, she just took some stress damage. Stress is always going to build up in the dungeon, and there's no way to avoid that even with a high torch rating. Now, as you can see, I have 2 pluses to scouting and 2 to monster surprise, which means I have a greater chance of surprising enemies, which can either stun them for a round, or it can alter their party formation. So let's go in the room. Oh, and I was right. This was a battle room. So if I didn't go this way, I would have to come all the way back at the end. Okay, so this is similar to the tutorial battle, except it's 3. Okay. And again, I'm sorry about the screen messing up. But there are 3 guys. So we have the Bloodletter, who's in position 1 and 2, a Cutthroat in 3, and the Fusilier is back in 4. So what I want to do, again, is I gotta figure out some way to get these 2 in the back to the forefront. Okay. I want to try, maybe our Highwayman will get lucky again and take him out in one shot. No, he did not. Okay, now it's our Plague Doctor's turn. Now, he can actually attack long range with his Plague Grenade, which I want... or I could try and move someone up. Let's see. He can only do... doesn't do a lot of damage with that. Let's move the Gunman up. Maybe that will make it harder for him to use his best skills. So, there we go. That's much better. Okay, so with that skill, now he is in the front. And more importantly, it means that the Cutthroat is in position 4, and he cannot attack, which is really great. So, I'm going to try and stun the Bloodletter, because he has the most health. Nope, he resisted it. Okay, now it's his turn. Oh, not good. Anytime a hero takes a critical hit, it will give them additional stress damage. Okay. He's not going to be able to finish him with that, but maybe, yeah, this will do the trick. Okay, I want to take him out. Even though I won't be able to stun him with the Crusader attack, I can at least turn this into a 4-on-2 fight. There we go.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. Okay, so we're down to 2. And again, I want to take out the lower health guy first. And I miss. Okay, now it's his turn. Ooh. Hopefully he resists the bleed that time. Okay. Now that we're dealing with 2 guys, and since the Cutthroat can attack, it doesn't make sense to shuffle him. Now, I could heal the Crusader with the Battlefield Medicine, or I can do damage. Let's see. This has a chance at bleed. Yeah, I think I just want to power my way through this, because he's going to bleed to... Well, yeah, maybe we should better heal him up. Okay. This time, I want to stun this guy, because I don't want him to attack again. Nice. Well, we got the crit, but it didn't stun him. But maybe she can do the job. Okay, he is stunned, so his turn is wasted. Meanwhile, let's let our pistol... Okay. And now... Let's see... We could blade him. Let's cut. Okay, now he is bleeding. More damage there. And... Let's see, he's got 11 points of health. I may be able to finish him. Oh, come on. But he's actually bleeding now, so this will actually kill him regardless. So I'm going to heal. Healing is a big deal in this game, obviously. Not a lot of characters have healing skills in combat. And you generally want to keep everyone alive. Sorry about that. You generally want to keep people healed up during combat, because you can't really heal them outside of it unless you camp or use food as emergency. And one of the quote-unquote exploits at the moment is prolonging battles using stun and then just letting your healer heal everyone up before the battle ends. I don't like to min-max at that degree, so I'm going to try to avoid that when possible. But this is a good time to heal. Now, as you can see, the bleed damage took out the Bloodletter. And I'm going to... well, let's heal him up again. Since our Crusader's in the front position, he's going to be taking the bulk of the damage. Okay, finish him.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
There we go. As you can see, these two guys are actually doing pretty well. They have no stress. Now we got some goodies over here. Okay, now we got the treasure chest. What do we do here? Now, we could try to open this chest up. It may not give us... may give us something, could be a trap. But this is where you can use an item to sort of hedge your bet. I can use the skeleton key here, and this will negate any... hopefully it will negate the chance of a trap. So let's do that. Up, yeah. Because I used the key, it gave me a hidden compartment, which means I get more treasure. Okay, now we need to go back the way we came. Enemies sometimes may spawn on the return trip, but it's usually not that likely. So let's get going. These guys are stressing out. I don't know why. Okay, let's move the map down here. Okay, we're going in a new direction here. Uh-oh, what happened? Up, a hunger event. As I said before, during the quest, there's a chance you may hit a hunger event, which means you need to eat food. If I don't eat, everyone's going to take 20% damage plus stress. So we need to eat. Now, as you can see, I only have 4 food left. So one more hunger event, and then I will be taking damage. It's also getting dark now, as you can see, dim light. And this is another one of those choices. Do I go forward with lower light and maybe get more treasure? Or do I keep the light up and give my guys a little bit more of an advantage? I'm going to go with the advantage. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, a trap. Sometimes traps will pop up just by unluck like that, or you can actually see them on the ground and try to disarm them. Okay, another event. Bookshelf. Okay. Do I use the books? You know what? Since this is for the Twitch and for watching this on YouTube, I'm going to basically get myself screwed here. So let's see what happens. I'm going to take a book. And I'm going to give it to her because she's not really doing much during this round. Huh. We actually got lucky there. Nothing happened. Okay, let's get going. Okay. Alright, just an empty room, nothing bad happened here, so let's get going. Okay, another nasty event. This is the wreckage I was telling you about earlier, rubble. I can use my hands, but this will do a lot of damage to my guys and raise their stress levels. Or I can use the shovel and mitigate all that. Okay. We're going forward. Okay. Just a box laying on the ground. Let's break it open. More portrait. Good. Yeah, torches faint. Okay. Now you can see what happens when things get really dark. Below 50 is when things can get very nasty for us. As you can see, stress will climb up at 2 times the rate. Enemies have more accuracy and damage, but I have a chance for more to loot, and there's a higher chance to critical. Let's see. So, this is one of those, you know, risk versus reward type situations. Do I keep things low and make things a little harder but get more rewards? Again, since this is our first team and I don't know what's going to happen next, I want to keep these guys alive for as long as possible. Okay, another battle. Okay, this is the same lineup as in the last one. Bloodletter, Fusilier, Cutthroat. Okay. Again, I'm going to try to take out the gun guy first. Let's stun him. And it missed. Damn.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay. Let's try to bring him to the front again. Oh, he resisted it that time. And I hope this will stun. Okay, at least we stunned him. Uh-oh. Okay, he got everyone there. At least that dodged. And the Bloodletter didn't get his turn. Okay, let's try it again. Let's bring him up, hopefully. Up and moved him up 1. The good news is now the Cutthroat is out of damage range. He's almost dead. Oh. But we're still taking full damage from that. Okay. Oh, my Highwayman's getting really low. I should try to heal him soon. Okay. Alright, let's just do the damage. Ugh. Okay, this should kill him. There we go.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope
But I want to
blossoms.
heal my Highwayman because he is getting really low. Okay, Plague Grenade. Let's try to cause him to bleed. Okay. For some reason, they really like targeting the Highwayman. And that just mitigated all the healing I just did. Uh-oh. Oof. Ooh, everyone is bleeding now. We gotta keep this guy stunned. Oh no. I need to power through and hopefully kill this Bloodletter. Uh-oh. Ooh. Whew. And she needs to heal him up again.
Well struck.
Nice. Oh, still can't get this guy stunned. Oh, but the bleed finished him off, thankfully.
Victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Okay, I want to keep healing him up as we don't know how many more rooms we're going to have to go through. At least that guy's missing a lot, which is good. Alright, victory.
Expedition at least promises success.
Okay, we are doing okay. We have 3 more rooms left. Okay, we're going to go to the right. Another alchemy table. I don't want to risk it, especially since everyone is getting low. Oh. Oh, these guys. The good news is they don't have a lot of health. So maybe I can get lucky and take most of them out. Okay, spider. Great nibble. Ugh.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Thankfully, these guys don't have that much health, so I can take most of them out in one hit. We're managing stress pretty well. Oop, miss.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Okay, spiders are dead.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Nothing in the crate. And we're going in. Nothing again. Alright, so there's only 2 rooms left in this dungeon, and then it will be considered success. So, chances are, I don't think they're both going to be battles. but we shall see. Keep that torch up. Oh, that's just some crappy luck. I got Surprise, unfortunately, which reversed our Vestal and the Crusader. The Crusader in the back row like that is practically useless. He has really nothing he can do back there. Okay, we need to end this fight quick. That did not help. Now, to move him up, as you can see, the Crusader can't use any of his skills from the 4th position. I can click on this. This will let him move either back or forward 1 position. Different classes can move at different ranges. For instance, the Jester class, who we may not see tonight, can move 3 spots, or anywhere in your party on his turn. So we need to move him up. If I don't do anything with the character, they will suffer stress damage. Okay, my hero is just blighted, which means he's taking poison. Okay. 1 left. Let's cure him. Alright. Victory. Now, after battle, I can move these guys back to wherever I want them to be. So let's move her back here. Okay, 1 torch left, so we need to be a little careful. More books. Again, I don't want to risk books right now. Okay. Got a lot of gold, which is nice. Okay. I want to use my last torch. Hopefully this will be the room. Huh? Okay, 4 guys. Now, let's see here. Okay, this is our first... Oh, I was knocked out there. Okay, let me... Must have screwed up the positioning. Okay, as you can see, the Bone Courtier, they will attack mainly to do stress damage. As you can see, my Crusader now has 46 of a possible 100 stress. I need to take those guys out. So what I'm going to do is use some Blight. Blight is basically the Darkest Dungeons version of Poison. Okay, they've both been blighted. Now, we need to get this Bone Defender stunned. Good. Ooh, a lot of damage. Now, fighting these undead guys is where the Crusader is at his best, because he will do additional 50% damage. So as you can see, he can do 7 to 15 points of damage against this Bone Soldier. Good.
Fiend.
Okay, Bone Defender is no longer stress. Ooh, this ain't good. Now, because these guys are undead, they have 100% resistance to bleed. So my open vein attack is not going to be worth it here. They also have high speed, which gives them a higher chance to dodge. So it shows I have a 67% chance to hit them. Okay, let's do it. I need this guy to get stunned. Not good. Oh boy. Oh, he just got knocked backwards and is stunned. Great. Okay, we finally got a crit. That finished him off. But I need to get my Crusader back up to strength. Uh-oh. Okay, he's got 0.8 health left. Come on, do it. No. Okay, 1 left. We may pull this out. Stun him. Well, at least I got the positioning back.
A singular strike.
Okay, I think this battle is over now. We can just finish them off there.
A trifling victory.
Okay, and that was
But a
the
victory
final
nonetheless.
battle for this dungeon. So the quest is complete, but just for the hell of it, let's open this last mysterious thing up. Let's see, maybe I can use that. Nope. Right now I'm just playing with these items. Nope. Okay, let's just open it up. Uh-oh. Oh, as you can see, that did something bad. It gave him a new negative quirk. So now when his health is below 50%, he has less stress resists. As you can see, that's sort of one of the consequences of opening up these various events. But let's get out of here.
More bones return to rest.
Now the heirlooms, as you can see, I'm getting a lot of buffs and crest because that's what is shown in this area. If I was in the other one, I would get more deeds. Okay, let's see. Everyone is going up. Now when it highlights like this, it means that these guys have unlocked a new trait. Oh good, now he has less dodge, but he gets less cost for armor upgrades. Our highwayman, he has the runs. So now he has less dodge and less max health. Perfect. And okay, she has less resistance to death blow, and well, she now does more damage to unholy enemies. Death blow, since we didn't see it this round, is what happens when a character hits 0 health. When they're at 0, they'll be in the death blow state, meaning that if they take any more damage, they will die, or they will have a greater chance at dying. Because she has 10% less resistance, means that there's a greater chance that when she hits 0, that the next hit will kill her. Now you can heal any way to get them out of death blow status, so that's normally when food can be used just to get them back to normal.
The poor caretaker.
Okay,
I fear his
day
long-standing
2.
duties
I mean
here
week
have
2. So with the second
affected
week,
him.
the new building has opened up, the Abbey.
The cobwebs have been dusted. The
The
pews
Abbey
set
allows
straight.
me to send heroes
The Abbey
here,
calls
and for the
the
cost of
faithful.
money, they can spend the next week recovering and they will regain stress. Now I can upgrade the various parts of the Abbey to make the stress, to either increase their stress recovery as well as lower the costs. So this is great for long-term play because you'll be able to heal your best guys up and not spend as much money. Same thing at the tavern.
Fresh kegs,
They can drink,
cards,
gamble,
and curtained rooms
or spend a
promise
week at the
solace
brothel.
to the weary and broken alike.
And the same rules here. I can upgrade it to increase their effectiveness. Now, the rest of these buildings will become unlocked over time. Let's go to the stagecoach and see. Okay, we got 4 new guys. Well, actually, 1 guy, 3 girls. Jester, as I was saying in the before, he has one of the highest move, and his dodge is really great. Okay, so he's less resistance to affliction, and he doesn't like fighting humans. But he has more stress resist while there's light, and he's good at slaying the Eldritch hordes. Jesters are pretty interesting. They can sort of move around a lot. So you can see here, this attack causes him to move forward 3 spots, or to the front of the line. This one causes bleed. This is actually a debuff. I can use this to lower enemies' accuracy. And this one will heal everyone by 3 points for stress. Not bad, he's decent. Okay,
You will
Grave
be
Robber.
laughing Still, at the end.
Grave Robber's not allowed to visit the brothel. Another one who moves around a lot, she can also throw daggers. So let's see what she does. And she can cure. I'm not a huge fan of the Grave Robber right now, because because a lot of their skills involve moving around, it can be sort of hard if you're trying to get a good party formation. But at this stage of the game, beggars can't be choosers, so welcome aboard.
To those with a keen
Another
eye,
vessel.
gold gleams
Okay, so
like
this
a
one-
dagger's point.
This one seems to be better with range attacks, but will not pray or flagellate for stress relief, and is weaker against the Eldrick. Now, as you can see, she has 4 different skills. She'll do damage. So this one is definitely more of a spellcaster, even though she has a mace bash. So she may actually be good to replace
A sister
this
of
Vestal
Babel,
with.
pious and unrelenting.
And the Hellion is frontline ass kicker, does a lot of damage but doesn't have a lot of protection. As you can see, she can attack front, she can stun the first 2 rows, but she'll be debuffed with less damage and less dodge after she uses this. Breakthrough lets her hit the first 3 positions. Adrenaline Rush is basically her way of recovering from using the barbaric Yawp. Town Only Drink, Resist Affliction, and greater chance at scouting. Scouting, I'm not sure if you saw this during the final room, but scouting chance is what happens whenever you enter a new room in the dungeon. You have a chance to scout or see a certain percentage around that room. So you'll be able to see if there's any traps up ahead, any battles, or if the next room is going to be a battle or not, which is pretty useful. So now we have 9 people, or we have 8, so we can only get 1 more. But if we upgrade the barracks, this will let us raise our roster up to 11, which is great, but it's not really important at this stage of the game. Okay, now this is where we get into sort of the XCOM style management. I can only take 4 people into the dungeon. As you can see, our guys have been affected pretty bad. Okay. Now we need to decide who to take. While we're doing that, you can see that now there's 4 possible quests to take. We have a short, and 2 medium. Medium quests are where you will run into camping situations, which we'll probably do next just to show it off. Now this quest has a very special reward. This is a unique trinket for the Plague Doctor. As you can see, it will lower his death blow resist, but it's going to make him have a higher chance at causing poison and bleed damage, which for the one we have now would be really nice. But I have to survive the dungeon to get that. Okay. So we need to create a new party. This Vestal, with her holy skills and healing, is going to be really nice in the back row. Okay, so I think I'm going to take our Plague Doctor again. We'll put the Hellion in front. Okay. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to put the Jester in the front position, because he has the highest dodge out of everyone in my party. And hopefully that will pay off. Hellion will go in the second place so she can still use her frontline skills. So now we need someone for number 4. Decisions. Who's going to be the 4th spot? Well, I guess it's going to be the Grave Robber. Okay, now because this is a longer quest, we have firewood for camping, which we'll be showing off probably in a few minutes. I'm going to be taking some extra food here. Because this is a medium quest, it means that it's going to be longer than the last one. Okay, I think we are set.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now.
Okay. As you can see, this dungeon is a hell of a lot bigger than the last one. Now, for this quest, this is an exploration one, so we have to explore 90% of all the rooms. This could be very bad for us. Well, might as well get going. Okay, round one. Now, I just realized one bad thing is we have no healer in this party. So this is going to get very nasty for us. Now, this is a little interesting point I want to show here. The Plague Grenade, as you can see, will hit the 3rd and 4th position of the enemy. However, this battle only has 3 enemies. But even though there's only 3, the attack skill will only represent for a 4 enemy position battle. Which means that if I kill one enemy in the front and the 3rd guy moves into position 2, I cannot use the Plague Grenade ability because it's only meant for 3rd and 4th position enemy attacks. While the Incision is for 1st and 2nd. So, I guess we're going to have to try to take out these brawlers. Okay.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
One down. Okay, she just got hit. Now, as you can see, the Grave Robber has a lot of skills that she can use from the back, but she can also come forward with her lunge. Okay. Okay, hit him. Nice. And lastly, we have the Hellion. Okay, so I can use her skill and try to stun these two. Or I can try and hit everyone. Well, let's go for the stun. Nice. Okay, she stunned both of them, but as you can see, she's now weaker. But that gave me an extra turn, hopefully, to maybe take these guys out.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay. Now, as you can see with the Grave Robber, because this guy's in position 1, she has... The only attack she can use is the lunge, which is going to send her forward 2 spots. Which, in turn, moved the Hellion to position 3rd, or position 3, and now she can't use her 2 frontline skills.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Let's move her back to the back row here. More books, don't want to use them. Okay, and things just got a little dark. Now, I can cam whenever I want, but obviously I want to wait as long as possible. Now, you can just see the scouting has popped up. Okay, I'll try to move the map so you can see it. If you're able to see the map right now, it shows that the room to my left is going to be a battle. There's going to be a battle in between the hallway, and there's a possible item. Down here, I have an item, combat, and an empty room. And it also explored up there for me. So I have to decide which way I want to go. I guess we'll go down. Okay, some heirlooms there, nice. But we are going to be fighting. Alright, more stress. Okay, another 3-man fight. What I want to do now is try to get the Arbalest up to the front, and he resisted. Oh. Not good. That attack does a lot of damage and has a high chance to crit.
Be gone.
Thank you, Jester. As you can see, the Jester has a high chance to crit as well, which is why I like having him along. Okay. We gotta take more of these guys out. Let's try and stun him some more. There. Okay, one left. Not stunning again. Now, one thing, if you didn't just notice, I use her debuffing skill again, and the buffs stack in this game. So now she has negative 40% damage and negative 30 to dodge. She's practically, you know, a fish in the barrel. So we need to be careful there. Nice. She also has a decent crit rate, the Grave Robber.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay. Let's move her back here. Okay, not good with her, but hopefully it will. The debuff will run out by the time we have another battle. Okay, these rooms have been explored. Yep, it ran out, so that's good. We don't have to worry about getting into that for the next fight. It's a good thing I brought all this extra food. I can use that to sort of heal. Now the reason I'm letting the torchlight go so far down is because I know there's nothing in these first 3 areas to bother me. But now we know that there's stuff coming up. I love like the art design, by the way. I like how the Jester has his 2 weapons and his loot on the back there. Okay. Now we are living dangerously. Oh, and here's a trap right down here. I don't know if you can see it on the feed. Okay. So the trap, this is a trap that we can actually see. If I walk forward, it's going to trigger and do damage. So I need to send somewhat up ahead to try and disarm it. Let's send the Grave Robber. And she fell right into it. Okay. Ooh, as you can see, things are now really, really, really dark. Enemies have a higher chance for accuracy and damage. We can now be surprised more, which is very bad for this kind of party. But we have a much higher chance of getting critical damage. And we can get more loot. But it's really not good to be playing it this dangerously. Okay, scouting again. Let's zoom out. We're not finding a lot of enemies, at least past these other rooms. Okay, an Iron Maiden. We can go in there, and that's really dangerous, so let's not do that. Okay, stress is continuing to drop. Okay, let's see. More scouting. We're getting a lot of scouting, which is really good. We're able to see a lot more of what's happening. You know, if you can see on the map, down here is a treasure room, empty, and another fight. treasure rooms pretty much always have combat in them. So that's another way to gauge what's going on. Let's keep exploring, because remember, we just have to explore 90% of the rooms for this to be considered a victory. And I get that sweet item for my witch doctor, or plague doctor. Oh, a Vestal unique item here. Plus 15 max health, but negative 4 to accuracy. Probably not a really good item. One thing you're going to find is that all the trinkets generally do something bad, but give you a benefit in the process. We need to get that torch back up. We're burning through torches really bad here. Okay, the good news is this last scouting has given us everything we need. We can now see everything in this dungeon. We know that there are going to be 3 rooms with enemies in it. My mistake. 4 rooms with enemies, so I forgot the other treasure room. And 4 empty rooms. So, this can sort of let us manage what we need to do. Okay, there's a trap on the ground. Can she disarm it? Okay, she did it that time. More heirlooms. Okay, now it's time for our fight. Let's raise the torch up to give myself a greater chance at surprising these enemies. And I think we're ready. Alright. Oh, and as you can see, the enemies were surprised, which means that this first round of combat is a gimme for me. I can attack them and not worry about it. Wow, she's doing it. Okay. What I'm going to do is use Blight, because even if it only does 1 point of damage, Blight will do 2 points when it's his turn, so he will get killed. Unless he completely misses. And last but not least, her. Okay. Oh, come on. Again, the RPG standby. 1 point of health. Ooh. Oh, that ain't good. He's now at death's door. Okay, we gotta take him out now. As you can see, he's flashing red, which means the next hit is going to kill him. So I need to make a choice. Do I use food? Oh wait, can I even use food on him? No, I can't. I wonder if that may have been fixed in a patch, but I was able to heal him before. Okay, so now we are really, really bad. All I can do now is push forward and hopefully take them out before they target the Plague Doctor again. You know what? Let's see. Oh, he resisted it, damn it. Okay, at least he resisted the push. Alright, I gotta get these guys stunned. I need to get them stunned now. Oh, one got stunned. Man, that Grey Robber, after I said that I didn't like taking her, she's pulling her own weight in this dungeon. Oh no. We gotta take him out now. Okay, I need to get this guy stunned, so even though I'm just gonna keep lowering her stats, I have to do it. Because I can't let this guy attack again. Now, turn order, if you haven't noticed from watching, is random, but the character's speed gives them a bit of priority. Come on, Jester. Okay, it's up to her. Finish him. No. It's only going to do 1 point of damage, not even worth it. Let's boost her back up. Well, at least the Grave Robber's taking some of the hits. Okay. Can't do anything with the Plague Doctor. Come on. There we go.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow.
Now we have another
and
treasure
insidious
chest here. And again, I'm going to use the key just to hopefully make sure there's nothing bad in there.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Okay. As you can see, I'm also getting filled up of items here. But first, we need to get some food. Just 1 point of health is enough to get him out of death's door. So what that means is now the Plague Doctor will need to take 2 hits in order to be killed. While it's not a huge thing, it's at least better than 1. So what I want to do now, if you can look on the map, I've pretty much taken care of the northwest corner of this map. Before we rest, I want to get at least a little bit closer. Okay. I'm really surprised stress hasn't been as high this game. I wonder if this is either due to patching or just dumb luck on my part. Okay, book. Whoa, wait a minute. Why is he in the front? Okay. We have 6 rooms left to explore. I think it's time to camp. Let's torch it up, and we're gonna make camp.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel one's.
Okay, so this is the camp interface. This is basically what we can use to heal our characters during medium and longer dungeons. There's 2 phases to this. First, we need to set how much food we want to use. As you can see, we can have none and cause damage, half, full. We're going to go for the feast because we need to get everyone up to as much health as possible. It's going to use 8 of our 11 food, but we're basically throwing caution to the wind at this point because we're going to try to do this medium dungeon. So, let's eat. Okay, now part 2 of this is the respite. This is where those camp skills I was talking about earlier come into play. Up here shows how many points I have. Each character has different camp skills. As you can see, the Doctor can encourage. He can heal 75% chance to heal 50%. Or he can self-medicate. She can get a chance to get more food, reduce stress, but has a chance of increasing stress because someone may not like her humor. She can reduce the stress of herself, but increase the stress of everyone else. She can increase her critical hit chance by 10%. And the Jester can heal, raise the stats of another companion, or he can reduce everyone's stress except for one guy. Now, you can also assign different camp skills, which have to be unlocked as well, but each character, as you can see, has unique skills tailored to them, so I have to decide now how I want to do this. As you can see, what's very surprising is that everyone except for the Plague Doctor has pretty nice health, so I want to try to get him up. Okay, that used 3 points. I can only use it once per camp. Yeah, so I can't do that again. But he's now halfway there. Her, we can try. We don't really need to decrease stress, so let's try to get some food. Oh, she found 4 food. That's good. So that means we can actually heal pretty well next time. For her, let's get that critical chance up. Now she has a 13% chance to do a critical hit. Again, we'll need stress, wound care. Okay. Well, since she already has 10% greater chance for a critical... Oh, I clicked on the wrong guy. My mistake, but that will actually work because she already has some decent accuracy. But let's make sure to heal our Plague Doctor. Okay. Now that we've used up all of our points, the only thing left to do is to rest. So let's see what happens. Oh crap. When you rest, of course, because this is the darkest dungeon, there's a chance we can be ambushed. Okay. This is where the Jester is kind of really nice. Even though he was pushed all the way to the back, his Dirk Stab will automatically send him back to the front. So let's do that. Ugh. Okay, she has a 100% chance to hit. But the enemy has a natural resistance through speed, I believe. Some of the numbers are a little hard to tell, honestly. But we need to decide what to do. We have 4 guys. Let's try to take them out. Bump the Knight. Okay. Now, even though you can't see on the stream, the 4th guy passed because he is out of the attack range, which is really good. Now then, we have 3 guys who are about to die. So let's see, 2 guys, so let's see if we can get 2 of them out. Oh, 1 dropped. Well, he dodged it that time at least.
Executed with
Right,
impunity.
1 more enemy, and then we are finished. There we go. A lot of the critical hits, I think, are what's keeping our stress levels down. Man, we're running out of room here.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay. Once again, we need to decide how to proceed. Now, I can leave the quest at any time that I want. I'll keep all my goodies that I found here, but I won't get the quest rewards, and I believe I won't get experience. Now, this is important when you want to try to preserve characters. Like, this Grave Robber has been doing really well, so I may want to try to keep her alive, even though she is a deviant and guilty. So that will be something I need to decide if the time comes. Okay. I guess we're going down. Okay. Another rubble, but we have a shovel. I rhymed there, sorry.
Bent on preventing passage.
I think I clicked the wrong thing by accident. Well, at least you can see what happens. But we already have so much stress levels low, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's fight. Okay. Oh. Okay, once again, we need to take these guys out fast. Come on. Okay, she's bleeding. Again, let's bring him forward. Okay, I want to get this guy stunned. Not good. Oh, he's got 50% stun resist, that's why. Ooh. Our Jester is not doing so hot. As you can see how quickly things can turn. Uh oh. Okay, he dodged that, so he's still okay.
Well struck.
Thank you, Plague Doctor. Yeah, I know it's weakening her attack, but I need to keep this guy stunned for as long as I can. Because this group doesn't have the healing. At least we're getting some good crits. Come on. Oh, that's right. The Jester, because he's afraid of mankind, that's why he's having such a hard time hitting these humans.
The greater the glory.
Okay, another trinket. 20% scaling chance. I think we're going... let's not put that on. We really don't need it. Okay, we have a sarcophagus. Do I open it? You know what? At this point, we are in deep trouble. It really can't get worse. Oh, we actually ran out of room. But I definitely need those deeds, so we need to free up some room here. So let's eat some food. You know, we don't really need anti-venom. Okay, one more scout. Okay, at this point we know where everything is. Okay, we're going to need to get a little bit lucky here.
As life ebbs,
what happened?
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Must have been from the bleed damage. Okay, guess we're going to let the Plague Doctor try and disarm the trap. Okay, he did that. Okay, things are getting really, really, really bad now. We need to get around. The torch is about out. This time I'm going to make sure to use the shovel.
And wonders can be found
Oh,
in the most
pitch as black. I haven't actually played the game to get that low, but as you can see, we are in some deep crap now. Oh, and everyone needs to eat. Okay. We may be reaching a point where we may have to decide to retreat. We're so close, though. We can clear one more monster room. We should be able to get the 90% needed of the map. Okay. Another Iron Maiden. Okay, there's another trap. Hey, Plague Doctor, go for it. Damn you.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Now the good thing is that the buffs I put on during camp are still lasting. I believe they last until I either leave or I have to camp again, which that happens on the larger maps. Okay, we've got 3 rooms left. I'm going to have to use both my remaining torches. Not good. Okay. How bad is... Ugh, again. Come on, bring him up. No. Oh my god.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Oh crap.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
Oh crap, crap, crap. I don't know. They're both at death's door, which means they have reduced stats, and of course they can possibly die. I wonder. I'm gonna do something very crazy now.
Sin is not in being outmatched,
Haha.
but in failing to recognize it.
I didn't need to complete the room, I just needed to scout out. So, we got a success, apparently, even though these two are about to die. So, let's get the hell out of
The
here.
great ruins belong to us.
That's a little trick I didn't think would work, but that could be actually useful for those of you watching, is you can scout the room and then just run the hell out to avoid combat, and it will still count for you. Not bad, actually. Got a lot of good stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got more experience because that was a medium dungeon. So let's see what happened to our guys. Okay, he's got more scouting chance. Good. She has greater chance at range, which honestly doesn't work for her because she is a melee character. He is hard skin. He gets more protection. Good for him. And she has rabies. So rabies actually has a side benefit. She now does 20% more damage.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Okay, we're in week 3 now, and the good part is that now the character improvement buildings have become unlocked. So let's look at this.
Make
This
no
is the
mistake.
guild.
We will face ever
The
greater
guild
threats.
lets you look,
soldiers
not only
must
lets
be
you look
ready.
at what each class is, gives you a little bit more idea of what makes this guy or girl so special, but it also lets you improve and unlock all their talents. As you can see on the right, these are the 7 possible skills that are available with the class. And I can choose to unlock them for gold. Now over here I can upgrade it so that the cost goes down. Again, very useful for mid to late gameplay when you're trying to save money. And I can also upgrade it so it unlocks skills. This will let me upgrade my skills and basically makes them a little bit better. So for instance, let's say the lunge, it may increase the accuracy base and it may lower the damage mod. Or it may raise it, my mistake. But it costs a lot of money to do this. As you can see, it's going to cost 1,000 just to unlock it, and then it's going to keep going up and up and up. And this is good for once you've gotten guys that you want to keep alive, but it's not good for the early game because you're not really enhancing the character's survivability. You're just making them a little bit better. But to make them better, we need to go to the blacksmith.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of
See,
war.
he is at... he's getting up there. He's half stress. Okay, so the blacksmith, this is where you can improve your character's gear and thereby make them better. Now, as you can see, going up each rank, you need to raise their level up. So this is another XCOM-like element, that the higher the level the character gets, the more you can improve them, which makes them more valuable and you want to keep them alive. So I really, really want to start upgrading the weaponsmithing and the armor smithing, but again, it costs a lot of deeds, and I use all my deeds to get the caravan up. But if I can get this, I can upgrade these guys who are at least at resolve level 1. I can improve their attack, armor, and health, which is going to be really nice. But again, I can't really do that now. Let's check the caravan. Okay, 4 new guys. Okay. When light is above 0, he loses 10% damage. Not good. No stress penalty when walking backwards, and he's resistant to bleed. What's really nice is he has his Wicked Slice. This is the Highwayman's essentially default attack. It doesn't cause bleed, but it doesn't have a damage penalty. A new Plague Doctor. He has a stun. Oh, prone to investigating. When you see these quirks, this means that if there is an item or an event that involves books, the Iron Man, stuff that involves, the occult, this Plague Doctor may automatically use that event without you telling him to. So he may get something good, or he may just screw himself, but you have no control over that. Okay, another Vestal. Okay, will only pray. Health below 50, she has less chance to crit. But in the Warren's dungeon, she will do 15% more damage. Not bad, I suppose. And another Hellion. Blood resist, but... chance to turn any miss into a hit. That sounds pretty damn good, actually. That's probably one of the better quirks I've seen. But, as you can tell, we only have room for one. But let's definitely get her in there.
Rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
He is pretty stressed. She is doing really well, except for rabies. And how's he doing? Yeah, you know what? I think this guy, I think it's time to fire him. This is actually a bit of a problem because the screen has been altered. I can't exactly fire him because I can't hit on the monitor. Oh, that sucks. Maybe we can. Well, that's an interesting problem. So, you know what? I think we'll do one more map, and then I think we're going to call it a night. We've actually been doing this for almost 2 hours now. So, let's do one more. I can actually, since this is our finale, let's give him this special trinket. And let's put her in the bar. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the different buildings use different heirlooms. So right now I have a whole lot of crest and a whole lot of bus. So let me see. Which one has the bus? I think it's the Abbey. Yeah. So I can actually use some of my buildings, some of my items now to raise the effectiveness of this. So, but of course, the Hellion doesn't really believe in religion. She wants to go drinking, so I can't really use her here. Okay. So, let's get her drunk. So she's going to be gone for the next week or maybe 2, but it's going to reduce her stress. And this is these buildings, the Tavern, Sanitarium, and the Abbey, are the only ways to reduce stress outside of getting lucky crits during combat. So let's put, you know what, he's going to go. I know he's stressed, but we gotta send him anyway. Okay, I think that's it for there, so let's go. We'll do this one more dungeon. Hopefully I'll be able to survive it, and I can show you how much upgrading affects it, and then we'll call it. Life Crystal Rare. Not bad. And one other thing, while you're looking here, these quests will be randomly selected with each week. So if I don't do one of these 4 quests this week, there'll be different ones for next week. Oh no. Oh, I can't do the well because it's not unlocked. Okay. Let's see. We'll do a quick one. See if we can get this going fast. Maybe we'll get lucky and get some deeds and I can upgrade. Okay, so we'll take our Enhanced Plague Doctor here. Oop, wrong one. Well, he's not so much enhanced as he's using a rare item. Okay. We'll take our new Highwayman. I believe we have. Oh no, we didn't take him. Okay. We'll take. I guess we'll take our this Hellion. Oh. Let's see, we can take him along. Huh? We might as well make things interesting. We'll take the Crusader along and see if we can make him snap, and I can show you what happens when things get too bad. But if that's the case, she can do here. Who is? Let's take her. She'll be able to heal. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go without a dedicated healer again. But this is a small dungeon, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, gotta take the food. As the game designer said, you always want to take a shovel with you, and I always like to take a key with me just in case. I'm going to take a few more torches this time, and here we go. I do really want to show you guys at least upgrading one time, just so you can see the difference. Okay, another new dungeon. Our Crusader is getting pretty freaked out now. Don't want to use that. Oh. Okay.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Executed with impunity.
There we go. Quick fight. Wasn't too bad.
Hope blossoms.
But I didn't get any treasures out of that. Let's see what we got. Okay. Now we're not getting too many scaling yet. As I said, scaling is a chance that happens whenever you enter a new room. So let's see. Oh, more maggots. These maggots don't do a lot of damage, but you can see they're very annoying as they can stun and they can raise stress. 1 point again.
Begone, fiend. A powerful blow. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
No one is attacking Crusader.
As victories mount,
Okay, another
so
success.
too will
Oh,
resistance.
things are getting dark again. Okay, no fighting, no fighting. Yes. Okay, we can scout now. Let's see what we got. Okay, now that looks definitely like a fight down there, but we need to go in there for it to count for the scout. So what we're going to do is, if it's a crazy fight, we're just going to... Oh. As you can see, the Crusader is a kleptomaniac, and he just stole all that treasure. Right there. This is why I don't like to keep him around, but we're kind of stuck with him for this play. Okay. We're going to go in, and if it's a bad fight, we're just going to turn around and run. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, let's get out of here.
The sin is not in being outmatched.
Now, because I'm going
But in failing
backwards,
to
this is
recognize
actually
it.
raising stress levels. Back away slowly, guys. Come on. Almost there. Okay, we're gonna go... Okay, as you can see, there's another fight here. An enemy has
As
spawned.
the light gains purchase,
So it's probably... Let's see who's
spirits are
gonna... Oh,
lifted,
brigands.
and purpose is made clear.
They're really not targeting the Crusader. I don't know why. Okay, again, let's try to bring that guy back up here, and he's not going. Oh,
Death waits for the
Crusader is
slightest
getting
lapse in
pretty nuts
concentration.
there.
How quickly the tide turns. A singular
26,
strike.
nice. As you can tell, that blanket fire is really bad, especially if he gets a crit on that. Okay, one left. Okay, that guy is basically dead.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Okay. We gotta take that room. No.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Okay, you know what? Since things are getting bad, we might as well just go full tilt. We're going in the Iron Man. Huh. Got lucky. You're not really supposed to go in there, but I figure
Injury and
we are
despondence
getting
set the
very
stage
close to
for
danger
heroism
here.
Or cowardice.
Oh. Oh man, mass crit. I mean, mass stealth stress. Okay, we gotta regain the momentum here, folks. Okay. Oh boy.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Stop targeting everyone but the Crusader. Ugh.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Okay, this is getting uh-oh, this could be it.
More
Oh.
blood soaks the soil, feeding the evil therein.
Uh-oh. I think, oh, here we go. What's gonna happen? Oh no, it blocked it just as it popped up. Okay. What happened was our Plague Doctor, oh, she survived. Okay, the Plague Doctor hit his breaking point. But instead of going insane, he became powerful. So now for the remainder of this dungeon, he has 25% more damage, which is really great, except for the fact that we are very close to dying. Okay, we gotta do something here. And that was not what we were looking for. Okay, come on, stun him. Okay, we may just pull this fight off. Yeah, but our Plague Doctor's feeling really ballsy now. He thinks he can take everyone on. Just gotta keep stunning him. Gonna increase her dodge. Maybe that will help. No. Let's move her to the back. Now, another thing about the game while we're going through this is that not all the classes are currently available. And I think that's also raising the difficulty factor. Because while we're not seeing it in this play, certain classes have really great synergy with other ones, such as the Occultist and the Bounty Hunter.
But a victory,
But because we're still missing 5 classes, it can be a little bit hard to get the synergies going. Okay. What do we got? Okay. Alright. It's time to play some Russian roulette here, people. I can try to scout. Maybe I'll get lucky. That was not lucky.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
Oh, she's up. We got 2 people who became better after almost going insane. So now she has +5 speed. So this is actually a complete turn from a previous game where both characters went nuts, and my third guy was the only sane one among them. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. Now because of her trait, that's why she automatically went to do that, because she has a guilty conscience. I didn't tell her to do that, she did it on her own. So, let's see. Okay, it's time for some luck here. If there's no battle in this room, we may be able to pull off a win. If not, it could get bad. Okay. We may just pull this off. Come on. Oh boy. Oh no. When it rains, it pours. Okay. Let's move her back here. Okay, he is virtuous, so he's all... Oh, he just made everyone stronger. Man, that Plague Doctor is really doing well this play. And then he just screwed up like that. Uh-oh. Miss. Man. For a team of 3, they are doing pretty well, except for that. Okay, come on, you can do it. As you can see, these perks are really nice
And now
for
the true
hopefully
test.
turning the tide.
Hold fast or expire.
And that Crusader is
This
not going
expedition at
insane
least
for some
promises
strange
success.
reason. He is going for it. Oh, he's trying to steal again. Oh, and he just got himself poisoned. Okay, can we use the medical herbs? No. No, it has to be antitoxin. Okay, so now he's been poisoned because he wanted to steal. Guess that should be a moral of the story here. Okay, nothing. Good. We actually don't want anything in these rooms because we just want to finish exploring and get the win. Okay. One more mysterious hallway. Another Iron Man. Nah, let's not risk it. Oop. Another holy statue. Let's do it. We need all the luck we can get. Okay. Oh, now he's doing even more. Okay, that's good. Okay, final room. There we go. Alright, victory. Well, not a perfect
The great
victory, but we
ruins
survived.
belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. He's got better there. Oh no, he's now has less death blow resist, but now he hates unholy enemies too. Up, and she died, unfortunately. Okay, we'll do one more now that hopefully the
I remember
weld.
days when the sun shone.
She has double vision from
Laughter could be
drinking.
heard from the
Oh,
tavern.
the survivalist opened up. Ah, here it is. Nomad.
Trinkets and
Okay, so this is where you
charms
can buy
gathered from all the forgotten
trinkets.
corners of the earth.
Okay. And
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor.
oh, so
And a strict
survivalists
instructor.
basically let you unlock their camping abilities. So these are the other camp skills you can get for your characters. Not bad. This is another one of those late game things. As you can see, it costs a lot of crests, but we can really afford it if we need to. The sanitarium is open, so this is where you can drop someone off if you want to try to get rid of one of their negative quirks. So I could put him up in here and try to get rid of his dodge or his kleptomania, and again I can upgrade. Okay. Reduce the treatment cost or increase the slots. Obviously, if I increase the slots, it means I can put 2 people and try to treat 2 at the same time. So, let's lower the cost. You can see it went down to $13.50. And I think it's time we put him away for a little bit. But what to get rid of? Let's get rid of kleptomania, hopefully. Oh, okay, we'll see him hopefully in a week. Okay, let's go back to the stagecoach. Ooh, some new guys. Okay, the leper is another frontline warrior. He is basically... he can heal himself, and he does a lot of frontline damage, which is really nice. Part of his weakness, though, is all his attacks have lower accuracy. So unless you have focus... and that's it, you can't really do much. You have to sort of roll the die and hope he'll hit. Bounty Hunter is really nice. This is one of the classes that really synergizes well with people who either stun or tag or mark enemies. As you can see, this attack, when he hits someone who's been marked, it will do 100% more damage. And this is his Mark for Death ability. This lets him pull an enemy from the back row, stun. This is a knockback, and this is one that lets him do enhanced damage to stunned enemies. So one of the tricks is you let the occultists, another class we haven't seen, let them mark the enemy, and then the bounty hunter will use this attack on his turn and do a lot more damage. So I definitely like the bounty hunter. He's a really good one to keep. Get in there.
The thrill of the hunt.
There's another
The promise
jester.
of payment.
Okay, he has another power there. Okay. Alright, come on, give me... Okay, so here we go. We'll do one quick quest here. This should give us enough to show off the upgrade system, and then I think we'll call it. So, let's take our guys. He is good in the second position. We lost him before. Okay, so let's go here. Here. She is okay, but not perfect. Okay, slow reflexes. She can heal and stun. Okay, so she'll be in... Well, we'll keep her in the back as healer. Jester is... Well, he's stressed, but he's still pretty good at combat. Okay. And the Highwayman, again, has the reduced... But he moves quicker. Okay. You know what? Let's take our Plague Doctor. Again, if we survive this battle, he'll go up to rank 2. Okay, so she can stun, he can heal. Okay. I think this will have to do. As you can see, we get a lot of D just for completing this quest. Okay, since this is a new area, it means that there's going to be new enemies to fight. So these guys actually do a lot of poison damage. So let's take our torches, key just for the hell of it. Take some medicinal herbs. Okay, I think that is good.
Corruption has soaked the soil.
Alright,
sapping
she
all
has
the life
negative
from
10
these
accuracy
groves.
because I took her after
Let us
she's
burn
been
out this
drinking.
evil.
Okay, so here's our dungeon. As you can see, it's a straight line. Well, straight path at least. So that's good, but it's also bad. Because it means we are going to have to clear everything. Oh, well, they got surprised even though I'm the one who's been talking. Okay. Alright. Now these guys... Okay. So here's where his mark for death power. I'll show you how it's going to work. Okay. Now this guy's been marked, which means that certain attacks will do more damage to him, especially the bounty hunter. So... Oh, he's been stunned again. Okay, round 2. Oh, whew. Work this time. There we go. Now, as you can see, the bounty hunter that attacked in the last round was only going to do about 5 to 7 points of damage. Now it will do 10 to 20 because this guy's been marked. So let's... There we go. That's what you want to see.